Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Wednesday, November 3, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Carolina Hurricanes vs Chicago Blackhawks. In addition to the offense playing well, the defense is allowing only 1.50 goals per game and is one of the best in the NHL. Anthony DeAngelo and Ian Cole have combined for 1.8 defensive point shares and 17 blocked shots, while Jacob Slavin, Brady Skjei, and Ethan Bear have combined for 1.8 defensive point shares and 23 blocked shots to add depth to the defensive unit. In addition, the Hurricanes goaltender Frederik Andersen is off to a great start with a .956 save percentage and a 1.29 goals against average on 205 shots. Our first betting advice is to pick Carolina Hurricanes -1.5. Chicago was glad to welcome Patrick Kane back in the lineup on Monday night after a trip on the COVID list. The 32-year-old star registered the hat trick to propel his team to victory. Kane has 9 points in 6 games on the season. Dominik Kubalik has gone 4 games in a row without a goal. The young winger scored 17 goals last season and only has 3 this year. Kirby Dach was held pointless against the Hurricanes last week, and the talented young center has tallied a season total of 4 points. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Nashville Predators vs Edmonton Oilers. The defense was not great, but goaltending was good for the Preds last season. The Predators ended last season ranking 11th in goals against per game and 24th in shots against per game. Juuse Saros was very good last season. He had a record of 21-11-1 with a 2.28 GAA and a .927 SV%. He has played well in 8 starts. Saros has allowed 3 goals or less in 7 of the first 8 games he has started. Our first betting advice is to pick the Edmonton Oilers at -1.5. Edmonton is second in goals per game at 4.13 and are third in shooting percentage at 12.6%. The Oilers have the number 1 power play at 46.2%. Draisaitl and Connor McDavid lead the NHL with 17 points each. Both players have 7 goals and 10 assists. Linemate Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has 11 assists. Edmonton is 10th in goals allowed per game at 2.63, and the penalty killing has been outstanding as well, second overall at 91.3%. With Mike Smith still out, it will be Koskinen between the pipes, and he has been great. Koskinen is 5-1-0 with a 2.21 GAA and a .933 save percentage. Our second betting advice is to pick over 6.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Columbus Blue Jackets vs Colorado Avalanche. The offense has struggled, but the defense has led the way this season, allowing only 2.75 points per game. Vladislav Gavrikov and Zach Werenski have combined for 1.4 defensive points shares and 20 blocked shots, while Andrew Peeke and Jake Bean have combined for 25 blocked shots and 13 hits to give the Blue Jackets 2 great defensive pairings. In addition, goaltender Elvis Merzlikins is having a great season as the starting goaltender, with a .939 save percentage and a 1.98 goals against average on 163 shots. Our first betting advice is to pick Colorado Avalanche -1.5 against Minnesota. Colorado put together a strong performance to come up with the 2 points at home. The opening period saw the Avalanche with a 15-8 edge in shots on goal and a 1-0 advantage on the scoreboard after 20 minutes. Gabriel Landeskog opened the scoring with his third of the season at 13:03 off assists from Andrei Burakovsky and Nathan MacKinnon. In the second period, the Avalanche were outshot 15-8, with each team scoring once to hold a 2-1 advantage at the second intermission. Just 40 seconds after Minnesota tied the game, Erik Johnson gave Colorado the lead back with his first of the year at 17:34 off assists from Landeskog and MacKinnon. In the third period, the Avalanche had an 8-7 edge in shots and a 2-0 advantage on the scoreboard to earn the victory. Nazem Kadri made it a 3-1 game with his third of the year on the power play at 2:54, with assists going to JT Compher and Landeskog. Later in the period, Landeskog scored his second of the game and fourth of the year into an empty net at 17:48 off assists from Johnson and Compher to close the scoring. Darcy Kuemper made 29 saves for the Avalanche, who held a 31-30 edge in shots on goal in the victory. He is expected to get the call between the pipes again here. Our second betting advice is to pick under 5.5. St. Louis Blues vs Los Angeles Kings. Defense and goaltending were mediocre for St. Louis last season. They ranked 19th in goals against per game and 14th in shots against per game. Jordan Binnington had a record of 18-14-8 with a 2.65 GAA and a .910 SV% last year. He has started 6 out of 7 games this season and has a 5-1-0 record with a 2.52 GAA and .926 SV%. Binnington has allowed 3 goals or more in 4 out of 6 starts. Ville Husso's only start of the year came against the Los Angeles Kings, and he shut them out. Husso lands on the COVID non-roster list this season. Our first betting advice is to pick St. Louis Blues. Los Angeles is averaging 2.44 goals per game. They scored 3 goals on 34 shots in their last game. Ans Kopitar had a goal and an assist for the Kings. Alex Iafallo and Carl Grundstrom scored a goal apiece for the Kings, while Tobias Bjornfot and Adrian Kemp had 2 assists. Los Angeles has played well defensively, giving up 2.67 goals per game. They gave up 2 goals in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. St. Louis is averaging 4.14 goals per game. They scored 1 goal on 37 shots in their last game. Torrey Krug scored the lone goal for the Blues, while Vladimir Tarasenko and David Perrin picked up an assist. St. Louis has also played well defensively, giving up 2.14 goals per game. They didn't give up a goal in their last game and will need to keep playing well if they want to get the win. The offense was not good for the Kings last year. They ranked 27th in goals per game and shots per game. Ans Kopitar led the team with 50 points. Los Angeles is struggling on offense to start the year. They have scored more than 3 goals twice in 9 games. Los Angeles leads the league in shots per game, but they have been very inefficient on offense. Ans Kopitar is hot to start the season, recording 13 points in 9 games. Defense and goaltending struggled for LA last season. The Kings ranked 21st in goals against per game and 23rd in shots against per game. Calvin Peterson has a record of 2.20 with a 3.28 GAA and .895 SV% this season. Peterson's GAA is inflated because he allowed 7 goals in 1 of his 4 starts. In his other 3 starts, he allowed 2 goals in each game. Quick has a record of 1-3-1 with a 2.60 GAA and a .908 SV%. He has not allowed more than 3 goals in any start. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5.